I really like you.
Why do you never want to see me?
Mary, how many times do we have to talk about this?
Fine, fuck's sake.
Mary is known as the wild one in her town. She was in prison for 6 months as she got in trouble and hurt someone whom she later regret. She lives with her mom and grandma who seemed not interested in what's going on with her life.
Harry?
There's a load of Polish after moving in next door.
Although her mom tries to keep up with her, she is so stubborn and still wants to do things her way. Mary's mom tells her that Charlene is getting married and Mary will be her maid of honor.
Who's the other bridesmaid? Leona.
Charlene is Mary's childhood best friend. They almost share everything. Mary even have photos of them in her room. She feels awkward meeting Charlene again after months of not seeing each other. Mary cannot admit that she is obsessed with her best friend who is getting married soon. The pain is so deep that she is showing her disappointments by hurting other people.
Just go home, Mary!
She went to see Charlene. She just stares at her as Charlene tries on her wedding gown. Then Charlene hugs her. Most people in their town doesn't like Mary as she is known for being so rude.
Do you realise you're actually the maid of honour? It is your duty to the bride to turn up for fittings on time.
Mary slowly noticed changes in Charlene. It's like she expects they can still spend more time together, but now she seems to even manipulate Mary on what she has to do or say.
Because the wedding is this day 3 weeks and I've fucking 101 things to be doing.
Mary gets a job in a fast food chain and somehow tries to do something good in her life. She reflects on her relationship with Charlene and she do believe her best friend deserves a man who will truly love her. It's just she still can't accept that she is indeed in love with Charlene all this time. Charlene tells Mary she can invite one person to the wedding and that made Mary look for a boyfriend to be just for one day and be with her during the wedding. So desperate, Mary went to see an old friend and asked him if he can go with her at the wedding, but he did not want to.
Do you want to go on a date sometime?
What?
Then Mary looks up to a dating site and hopefully she gets one to say yes, but to no avail, until she meets a guy who seems to be perfect for the job. Then accidentally Charlene saw them. Mary tells the guy to pretend that he is her boyfriend. Problem came up when Mary insults the guy after meeting Charlene, so the dating game is over. As the maid of honor, Mary has to do errands and Charlene tells her to go to the videographer and give the payment. That's when she meets Jess, a freelance wedding videographer and a musician. Jess is set to cancel Charlene's event since she has a gig, but Mary insists.
What?
I actually can't do it. I have a gig that night.
What?
Jess agrees and somehow she was smitten by Mary.
So I guess I'll see you on the 28th then?
Yep. You're a good egg.
You too.
Mary went to Charlene's party and felt disappointed that she is left alone. Then she decides to go to a club. She was drinking and dancing. Then she meets Jess again.
Nice outfit.
Video. Wedding video.
Mary broke a glass and hurt her hand as Jess saw her and tells her to go to the hospital. Jess went with her, but Mary tells her she doesn't need to wait. But both of them started to feel comfortable and shared what they've been up to.
And what happened?
I left after the starter.
You didn't really give him much of a chance.
Mary went home and her drunk mom asked her how was the dating thing going. Charlene sends a message to their group chat saying thank you for a great party. Then Mary starts to feel upset towards Charlene. Mary went to work, then a customer came but did not order as she was upset seeing Mary again. This was the person Mary got into trouble with and she really regret hurting her. As Mary on her way home, she saw Jess. Then she reveals to Jess she is in a hunt for a guy to be with her during Charlene's wedding and pretend to be her boyfriend. Jess finds it funny and tells Mary she might be getting laid if she finds one. Jess asks Mary if she is doing something the next day. Then Jess had the crazy idea of letting Mary be her assistant during a wedding event.
Hey! What are you doing tomorrow?
During that short span of time, they both enjoy each other's company. They even shared one room. Then when Mary woke up, she looks at Jess, then they suddenly kissed. As they were in their way home, Mary feeling so awkward towards Jess, and she didn't even talk to her. She just tells Jess she is going to see her after. Mary went to see Jess on her gig. She somehow feels if only she sees Charlene in Jess. She is in denial that she's in love with Charlene and not with Jess. The next day, they both went to see the wedding rehearsal. Mary tells Charlene she really has no boyfriend, and Charlene tells her they can find someone to be with her during the wedding, but Mary doesn't like it.
Oh, I see you, Charlene. Right, look, don't panic. I'm not going to say it to anyone. We'll just find you someone else to bring as a plus one.
She went to talk to Jess and ask her if she wants to have a date with her. Then she suddenly kissed Jess in front of Charlene and the other guest. Jess felt awkward. Charlene confronts Mary about Jess, and she said something happened between them a couple of nights ago.
So you're into girls now?
She tells Charlene there's nothing new with it. She somehow tries to let Charlene remember their moments together way back when they were still really close. But Charlene doesn't want to think about it. Mary went to see Jess, but it ended with a realization that Mary is just using Jess to make Charlene jealous. And Mary can't admit that she is indeed in love with Charlene. This really made Jess so upset.
Mary, you're obsessed with what she thinks. I don't want to be used.
Jess sends a voice message to Mary saying she doesn't really know what's going on with Mary. Then Jess tells Mary they just need to stop whatever they have.
Look, I think we should just call it quits on this. I hope everything goes well for you, Mary.
Charlene tells Mary that Jess cancelled her job as a videographer on her wedding. Then Mary tells Charlene she made her own speech as the maid of honor. It touched Charlene since the speech made her remember her moments with Mary. Then she suddenly gets mad and asks Charlene how come she doesn't want to see her anymore and spend time with her.
You show up on my doorstep the day before my wedding and call me a shit friend because I won't go drinking with you.
Mary so devastated and that she went out drinking with friends. Then they went to Jess's gig. She was so drunk and Jess was so upset seeing her ruining her life. Mary was taken by the police and her mom picks her up. It was Charlene's wedding day and Mary decides to come.
You look. Are you ready?
Charlene tells her not to say anything during the speech and they already fixed everything. Mary is so upset, but slowly it's sinking in that she has to let go of her feelings for Charlene. Mary calls Jess and says sorry for everything she has done and that she misses her.
I just wanted to say sorry for everything that happened. I miss you.
Mary went home and removes her photos with Charlene. Then she gets a call from Jess. And that call might be a start of something special between Jess and Mary. Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.